Okay, so all along the Watchtower, the Hendrix version. So this, so first thing is, he played this in E flat standard, so he's half a step down. So he's up here, kind of. So E minor on the 9th fret, which if you're in E flat standard, will give you a C minor. But to be honest, there's not really anything in the way of open notes here. So for me, so you can do that and take what I going to show you here, a fret up, but there's really no point in putting it into a different tuning because there's not much, if anything, in the way of open notes in this. So you can just take it down, stay in standard tuning, and just take it down by 1 fret. So we'll do it in C minor here, starting off on the 8th fret, E minor shape. Then we're taking it C minor, taking it down to a B flat minor or major, E major up on the 6th fret. A flat, okay, and so first we'll just do the first two solo sections, the one at the start and after the first verse. Okay, so we're starting off, so we've got our C minor pentatonic here, and then there's the 3rd position pentatonic is going to be coming into it as well, so that's here. Okay, so what's that again? So now it's we really only need the so-called blues box, right, which is the 3rd position pentatonic on the first 3 strings. So that's here. Okay, so the whole thing, mind you, is, so you see the way you've got the top notes here of the 1st position. So you just take those as your bottom notes. But really, as I said, all we need is the first 3 strings. So if you just take the top notes of the 1st position pentatonic, starting on the 8th fret, you've just got those 3 notes here. Go up 2 frets from those. Okay, so first phrase, he's going right up to the blues box, middle finger on the G string, 12th fret. So we've got a tone, a full tone bend here. So he's bending from the 8th, the C note, up to the 9th, the D. So one more bend. Now, one thing I keep forgetting to do here, right? You bend it up, bend it back down, and pull off. You're better off pulling off down to the middle finger, so you can do that next phrase, right? Okay, so then you end up at the top of the 1st position on the G string. Then we're sliding up from the bottom note, so now we're back to the 1st position pentatonic, sliding up from the bottom note on the D string to the top, sliding on the D string, and then just going up 1 note after the other on the G string. Okay, so I'll do it quick and then I'll do it slow again. Okay, so again, sliding up, 12th fret, back a fret on the B string, couple of those staccato bends, pull off to the middle finger, 1st finger's right here ready on the G string. Come back here, 1st position pentatonic. Grab. So then a bend up, a bend down, pull off, back to the top note on the D string. Then while you're on that D string, bar here, G and B strings. Okay, and then you've got the pick, hammer, pull on the B string going up 2 frets, not 3. Normally you do that, if it's purely pentatonic, so he's putting in a raised 6th here, kind of Dorian. Then comes up to the next one. Okay, so next one, after the first verse. So we got a unison bend You know, you've got the but of it is one. Hey. So there's our first bend here, right? We've got the unison bend. Holding those two notes at the same. I'm not sure if we've done unison bends. They're easy enough. You get a kind of a nice screaming sound out of them. So you just hold one note on a higher string and then a lower note on the upper string and bend one up to the other. Okay, so here it is. Two of them. Three of them. Okay, so there's our first three bends, three unison bends on the first two strings. And then we've got the one on the G string as well. Okay, so then we're sliding bottom to top on the D string. So that's a lovely way of going from the first position into the third position, right? So we're sliding up in the first position here, D string. See that? Okay, next we're going to bend it up a little further to 1.5 tones. See that? So we're already up here. Remember that little kind of bend, release, and then pull off. Hendrix does that an awful lot. Then up we go. So then he pushes it up once, come up, then you bend that one twice. So let's do it all together just so we can keep it in context. Okay, then there's the lick at the end, right? So this is a tough one, so just do this nice and slow. So we've got, starting off on the, we're going back to the first position, starting off on the G string here. There's our first move, right? So we just got one single note on the bottom note of the G, bend it up from the top, bridge across here on the first two strings. So we're bridging across. Then a quick hint of a bend up here on from the top of the B string. Then we pull off from the top to the bottom on the B string. Then we're coming in here. Do it again. Okay, let's break it down. So we're going. Okay, again, slower. And there it is. So, the way to do it in terms of speed, obviously when you really slow it down, it's kind of hard to keep it in proportion. So, we'll go for it again. So the point though where it gets fast is not just at this very start, it's that there, right? So after you come up, this note here. After that little bend, that's the bit where you speed it up. Okay, so see how you get on with all of that anyway. There's a bunch of little licks in the verse as well. We can go over that the next time you're here, but that should be plenty to keep you going for now. All right, see you next time.